Chapter 1: The Rich Robot and the Poor Robot. In the futuristic city of Robo City lived a wealthy robot boy named Bolt X. His father owned the giant technology company Robot Tech Industries, one of the biggest companies in the world. Bolt X had everything: a luxurious house, the newest gadgets, expensive hovercars, unlimited spending credits. But there was one problem. He was lazy. He skipped classes, ignored homework, and spent most of his time playing games. Meanwhile, on the other side of the city lived a poor robot boy named FITBOT. Years earlier, his parents had died in a terrible plane crash. Before his mother's final journey, she told him, "No matter what happens, FITBOT, never stop believing in yourself. Work hard and follow your dreams." Those words stayed in his memory forever. To survive, FITBOT cleaned floors, washed toilets, repaired old machines, and did any job he could find. Every credit he earned went toward his education. Chapter 2: Humiliation. One day FITBOT was assigned to clean Bolt X's mansion. While scrubbing the floors, he accidentally passed by Bolt X and his friends. Bolt X laughed. "Look at him, the toilet-cleaning robot." His friends burst into laughter. FITBOT lowered his head. The laughter followed him all the way home. That night, he sat alone in his tiny room and cried. "Can I really make it in life?" he asked himself. Then he remembered his mother's words. Slowly, he wiped away his tears. "No, I won't quit." Chapter 3: The Same School. Months later, FITBOT had saved enough money to enroll in the same school as Bolt X. When Bolt X saw him entering the classroom, he couldn't believe it. "Wait, that's the cleaner from my house." The classroom exploded with laughter, but FITBOT ignored them. Inside his mind, he said, "One day my results will speak louder than their laughter." So while others joked around, FITBOT studied. While others slept, FITBOT practiced coding. While others wasted time, FITBOT learned cybersecurity, robotics, and artificial intelligence. Chapter 4: The Competition. Years later, Robot Tech Industries faced disaster. A mysterious hacker was stealing company secrets. If nobody stopped the hacker, the company would collapse. Bolt X's father announced, "Any student who can solve this problem will be considered for a special position in my company." Bolt X smiled confidently. "My father owns the company. The job is already mine." His friends cheered. But when the challenge began, Bolt X couldn't solve it. Not even the first step. His father looked disappointed. "Son, I cannot give a job to someone who has not earned it." Bolt X was shocked. Then FITBOT entered the room. Using the cybersecurity skills he had spent years learning, he traced the hacker's location, identified the breach, and protected the company's systems. The room fell silent. Everyone was amazed. Bolt X's father stood up. "You've saved Robot Tech." And right there, FITBOT was hired. Salary: 300,000 credits per month. Next on Bolt X and FITBOT, the rise of a legend. As FITBOT continued working at Robot Tech Industries, trouble was quietly beginning behind the scenes. One day, Bolt X's mother stormed into her husband's executive office. Her face was filled with anger. She looked him straight in the eyes and said, "If you don't fire FITBOT immediately, I'll withdraw all of my shares from Robot Tech Industries. As the company's largest shareholder, I have the power to bring this company down." The room fell silent. Bolt X's father knew she was serious. He was forced to make one of the hardest decisions of his life. Chapter 5: Jealousy. Bolt X was furious. His mother was even angrier. She was one of the company's major shareholders. She pressured Bolt X's father. "If FITBOT stays, I'll pull out my shares." For months, the pressure continued. Finally, FITBOT was unfairly fired. As he walked out of the building carrying a small box of his belongings, tears filled his eyes. But then he smiled, because he had a plan. Chapter 6: A New Beginning. Using the money he had saved, FITBOT started a small company. He called it FITBOT Intelligence. The company began in a tiny workshop. Just one desk, one computer, one dream. People laughed. How can a former cleaner build a technology company? But FITBOT never stopped working. Days became months, months became years. His inventions changed the world. His AI systems helped hospitals. His robots helped schools. His cybersecurity technology protected entire nations. Soon, FITBOT Intelligence became the biggest technology company on Earth, and FITBOT became the richest robot in the world. Next on BoltX and FITBOT, the rise of a legend. Suddenly, robot tech industries continued to struggle. Without innovation, the company went bankrupt. The stress became too much for BoltX's father. He suffered a fatal heart attack. Months later, BoltX's mother died in a plane crash. BoltX lost everything. What will BoltX do next? Chapter 7. The Fall of BoltX. Meanwhile, robot tech industries continued to struggle. Without innovation, the company went bankrupt. The stress became too much for BoltX's father. He suffered a fatal heart attack. Months later, BoltX's mother died in a plane crash. BoltX lost everything. The mansion, the money, the fame. Everything was gone. For the first time in his life, he understood hardship. Chapter 8. The meeting desperate for work, BoltX searched everywhere. Eventually, he found a job opening. The company was called FITBOT Intelligence, the same company owned by the boy he had once mocked. The only available position was janitor. Cleaning toilets, BoltX lowered his head. I'll take it. For weeks he worked quietly. Then one day, while cleaning a hallway, he accidentally bumped into someone. He looked up. It was FITBOT. The two robots stared at each other. BoltX's voice shook. I remember you. FITBOT nodded. So do I. BoltX looked down in shame. I treated you badly. For a moment there was silence. Then FITBOT said, Now you know how it feels. BoltX slowly nodded. Yes. Chapter 9. The Final Lesson. Months passed. BoltX worked harder than he ever had before. He arrived early. He stayed late. He never complained. One day, FITBOT called him into his office. The office overlooked the entire city. BoltX was nervous. FITBOT smiled. I've been watching your work. BoltX looked surprised. You've changed. Then FITBOT handed him a promotion letter. You've earned this. Tears filled BoltX's eyes. Why are you helping me after everything I did? FITBOT smiled. Because my mother taught me something. What? Success isn't about getting revenge. It's about becoming better. BoltX nodded, and from that day forward, the two robots worked together to build an even brighter future. Moral of the story: never laugh at people because they are poor. Hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work hard. Success comes to those who keep going, even when life is difficult.